You don't know what tomorrow is going to look like in your business. You may do good this month. It may take you 6 months to do good again. And all those months in between, your back is up against the wall and you're stressing, trying to figure out, well, should I go do vendor shows or should I go lower my prices and just market, and post, all these different things, right? Welcome back to another session with Carwana D. I'm a government contract strategist. I help women and minority small business owners grow their business with government contracts, right? I show them exactly how to go from point A to point Z to land the number one largest purchaser of business products and services in the world, the number one largest buyer of the very services that you're selling. Don't you want them to be your client? I also want to say over the past 5 years, I've helped upwards of 200 plus small business owners generate an extra 3 million plus in business revenues by teaching them the exact strategies of selling to the government. And this is some of the things that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and dive right in. So I love telling stories and I love sharing the principles, that I've learned in business. And I love sharing like my personal experience of why I believe these things, because if it works, it works, right? You don't want to keep guessing when you know something works, right? So I remember when being a small business owner just a few short years ago, this may resonate with some of you. I remember chasing individual customers. Like I remember being a business and trying to figure out how I'm going to have customers regularly, right? But in my mind, that meant talking to a whole bunch of different people all the time, trying to basically customize and pitch them of why I'm the best thing or best person to help them get what they need, right? Or best service provider for their business and how they should be working with me and how I'm willing to compromise with my pricing and all those things, right? So I was chasing customers, right? Basically. So anyway, I say everyone should be selling to the government because it's a customer that you don't have to chase, period. Hands down. That number one reason should be enough, right? Because guess what? The government has your money. They've got your money. And they're basically saying, well, we have this trillions of dollars. This is our pot. And I don't just be saying trillions of dollars just to hear myself say that. Like this is some real live $1 trillion spend. The budgets, it says trillion 00000000000. That's 12 zeros. These are trillions of dollars that they have, right? That they're spending on business products and services. And they're basically saying, well, we want to give 26% or upwards of that, right? Because, every so often, certain agencies, they increase their goals of what they want to spend to small business concerns, right? That's the women-owned, the minority-owned, the small business, the disadvantaged, like all of those different socioeconomic disadvantages. So basically, it's a customer that you don't have to chase because they're basically standing here. This is a checkbook, right? Like this. This is what they're doing. I'm ready. I'm waiting for you. I already got this check. Do you want it? So it's a customer, literally a customer that you don't have to chase. That's the best customer you can have versus one that says, I want to do this one time. Because once they do it one time, so now you got to go after them again and convince them to do it a second time versus someone that says, okay, well, I want it over and over this period of time. And then even at the end of that time period, we're going to want this service again. So basically you can renew your contract or you can rebid and see if you can land that same contract again. This is just a no-brainer thing, right? This is really no-brainer, right? Some people would rather chase the customer than to rather go after a customer that's already rating, checkbook in hand, ready to sign on a dotted line. Doesn't make any sense, but for whatever reason, we do it anyway. We're at the bottom of a hill trying to push a business up the hill, right? Well, with the government, you can start up the hill and then climb up even higher. So why start at the bottom if you can start from the top and go higher, right? So started from the bottom now, but it's real, Let's just say on average, if you land a $500,000 contract, right? That's 500,000. That $500,000 contract may be for 2 to 5 years. So over a 2 to 5 year period, you'll be invoicing towards that $500,000. And that's just one contract. So we're talking about up to 2 to 5 years, right? That you're invoicing towards. As you're doing the services, you're invoicing and getting paid along the way, right? Which means that every single month, there's a check in your mailbox or direct deposit into your bank account every single month versus you don't know what tomorrow is going to look like in your business. You may do good this month. It may take you 6 months to do good again. And all those months in between, your back is up against the wall and you're stressing, trying to figure out, do I have to go back to work? How am I going to survive? Well, should I go do vendor shows or should I go lower my prices and just market and post, all these different things, right? Well, you don't have to do that when you have a big paying client like Uncle Sam, who basically locked you in for 5 years. Now you have regular, consistent income and you can relax and just do that one contract if you want to. You know your income is good as long as you're delivering the work and invoicing, right? Or you can say, okay, well, I'm going to let you manage this part. I'm going to go ahead and get 2 more of these simultaneously at the same time while I grow my team, create jobs for my community and all those things, because that's really what it's all about. Like, you want to be able to grow your business so that you can live and live comfortably, but also create jobs and stimulate your local economy and be able to do other things. There's a greater purpose, right? So that is it. I'll see you guys very, very soon. I got my book coming out. So it is called Don't Duck the Government. They've got your money. Right. So if you go to don'tduckthegovernmentbook.com, you'll be able to pre-purchase it. It's in an editing process, being formatted and all that stuff. So it's going to be actually out sometime late spring or whatever, but you can pre-purchase it now. Don'tduckthegovernmentbook.com. So see you next week and you guys enjoy the rest of your day.